right.
Don't you care?
Pen, you're a nice enough bird and all that, love, you know, and you could have the pick of all the blokes, couldn't you? Don't you think it's time to move on?
Well, just because we're not together anymore doesn't alter the fact that he's a sick man. I mean, I can't just cut him off like that.
Look, I've got to take this call. I'm sorry, love. Good morning. Mr. Fletcher, hiya. Yeah.
You put your car in there, Ken? You must be by me. You'll end up face down in a ditch.
Don't be horrible, Janice.
I've been coming here for years, actually, Janice.
Huh? You still in one piece?
Oh, turn it in, Janice.
I've got witnesses.
Oh, really? I thought you had nits. Are you over that now?
Oh, you can talk.
Unlike you redefining articulacy.
What's happened to you, love? Swallowed a dictionary?
Oh, and what's happened to you, love? Eating all the pies?
Oh, look, I've got a good idea. Why don't we all try and be nice to each other, eh?
Hey, Kenneth, look at that wall. There's your proof, mate.
Oh, I love it when Janice is in one of her truly scrumptious modes.
I think I've got a cold slaw coming.
Oh, and just when I was thinking of spending the morning snogging you.
Stop!
I nearly frightened the living daylights out.
Oh, sorry.
Hey, what are you listening to? Sugar Babes, why?
Oh, I love them sugar babes. Who's your favourite?
None of them.
Thanks for letting me keep your bits and bobs. They're going to come in dead-handed today. Got another interview.
Don't look me lippy indoors.
Too early in the morning to have Keith Chegwin shouting at you.
I was right. It was the fan belt.
Oh, Kenneth, you couldn't drop me off at the library today, could you? I've got a couple of Jean Plaidies I need to take back.
Sure, no problem.
And then, if you could run me over to the 1 o'clock club. We've got a guest speaker today. Elsie Williams is doing 15 minutes on the Diana conspiracy, so I don't want to miss it. She's got slides. And then, after that, I've got to pick up a knitting pattern from Dolly in the charity shop. I thought I might do you a tank top for your birthday, Deirdre.
Oh, thanks.
Hiya.
Hello.
Where's Amy?
Still in bed, didn't sleep well last night.
Oh, well, I'm here now, so I'll take over.
She needs a sleep.
She needs a mum. Think I'll take her to the park. The fresh air will do her good.
I dread to think how you'd have turned out if I'd been a part-time mum, Deirdre.
Yeah, I mean, she might have, like, completely gone off the rails and ended up in prison or something. See ya.
When?
I don't know how many times I have to say this, but where did we go wrong?
And I don't know how many times I have to say this. Where do you want me to start?
Maybe I'm being daft, but he's out there on his own and his phone isn't even switched on. I keep thinking all sorts. He could be in a Spanish hospital not able to communicate.
Have you tried his landline?
No reply. His answer phone isn't even on. And Danny, he doesn't give Jack what's it about it. I'm sure he thinks I'm some sort of over-emotional premenstrual daft cow.
I wouldn't take it personally. He thinks that about everyone, even blokes. Leave it with me. If I say jump, Danny says how high. I'll find out what's going on with Mike.
What?
I'd say penny for 'em. Only I know exactly what's going on in that bonds of yours.
Mind reading, are you?
You take no notice of that letter, son. Getting involved with Ramsden, it'll only lead to strife. He's no claim on Joshua, none whatsoever. You're that lad's daddy, not him. Okay, so he's biologically his. But who gives him a safe, loving environment?
I just feel weird, Dad.
Late night, Sal.
I bet that Kevin's insatiable. He always said the quiet ones are the worst. Mind you, you can't blame him. She's practically a supermodel.
Oh, shut up, Janice. I mean, you're hardly Mona Lisa yourself here.
Yeah, well, if you must know, I was up half the night because Sophie was poorly. Nearly had to get the doctor out.
Aw, she all right now?
Yeah.
Shame.
Janice, take that back.
Well, you know what I mean. She's a right pain in the jail or her, isn't she?
You don't care who you hurt, do you?
Who am I hurting?
Well, I don't want to give you the satisfaction, Janice, but me, you're criticising my daughter.
And your husband nearly killed my stepdaughter, so that kind of balances it out, doesn't it?
Oh, change the record, will you? I'm actually sick of hearing about this.
Oh, do you think I'm overreacting? Do you, Sally?
What do you think?
Have you ever been in a car crash?
No.
Well, I have, and it's not nice.
My mum pushed me out of a dodgem once. Oh, that's not the same, is it?
So, how's it going at Bishop Towers?
Eh?
How's it going, living with Emily? Isn't it irritating, that thing she does with tea bags?
What thing with tea bags?
Well, you know, she has that margarine container on the windowsill and she pops the tea bags in there, which serves no useful purpose whatsoever because she then empties same container into the flip lid bin. It's lunacy. Sheer and utter lunacy.
It's her house.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And you're not allowed to fill the kettle to the top. Oh, no, that would be wasting electricity.
Well, it is.
You know, it's one of the highlights of my life at the moment, living up there and filling that kettle to the top. Sometimes I overfill it. Water goes everywhere. Mop it up, nobody died.
Oh, them look comfy. Hey, Norris, look at these. Oh, them slippers nice.
So it's working out quite well then, is it? You're dovetailing nicely together.
Yes, but as I've said, it won't be forever. So pass us a humbug and shut up.
Certainly.
Hey, don't pay you to stare into space. Sign these.
If you could change something about Sal, say you had a magic wand or something, what would you change?
Don't know.
What am I signing?
Saying you don't want a company pension. Suppose ambition gets on me bits.
What? What's a blind thing to have?
Sound like the bank manager.
Yeah, but at least she's got goals. At least she wants good things for your kids.
She used to be a right laugh when we first met. I tell you wouldn't recognise it. All we did was laugh. She used to crack me up, mind you. Probably says the same about me.
You know, I changed about Frankie.
You've only known her 5 minutes.
Yeah, I know, that's the worrying thing. I stuck her banging on about that accident.
Oh, Danny? Yeah, he's off my Christmas card list and all.
I wouldn't mind, but he's a right old leathery codger.
Hey, we all used to be right belters in our day.
Hey, I still am.
You know that song, Video Kills a Radio Star? Yeah. Right, well, you know that bit where they sing, I heard you won the wireless back in 52. Well, I always thought they were singing, I heard you won the Wallace back in 52. I thought it was like the Turner Prize or something.
Fascinating.
Who was it who sang Rock the Casbah? Was it Sham 69?
It was The Clash.
The Clash. Because I always thought when they were singing Rock the Casbah, they were singing Michael Aspel, Michael Aspel, I care. Michael Aspel. Michael, oh yeah?
Right, come on, it's dinner time.
Right, it's this way. Welcome to the Nut House. There you go. In there.
Who's that?
I don't know.
It's your mate, isn't it? What?
Well, I tell you what, you better not be getting rid of one of us. Last one out, last one in.
Well, she didn't strike me as a machinist.
What's a machinist look like?
Like you, Webster. Dog rough.
That's the pot calling the kettle black. Pollard.
Pollard?
What's your name, innit? Vicky Pollard? Yeah, but no, but yeah. There you go.
So, where did you work before? Hang on, sorry, love. Just got to take this. Hello? Might be a tip. Sorry, that's you. I'll see if I can find it.
What are you doing here? It's going really well. You never told me this is where your interview were.
Well, I didn't want to jinx it. I mean, if I didn't get it, it would be a waste of time telling you, and I didn't want to disappoint you.
Right, so, Becky, innit?
Yeah.
Right, Becky.
a snake bite? Sample? I mean a pineapple juice.
Thanks, Janice. Sally appears not to have a beverage.
Oh, I'm sorry, Sally. Have I missed you out? I could chuck myself in cut.
Don't worry, Janice, I'm just drinking the bile that comes spilling out of your gob because there's plenty of it to go around.
It's all right, Sal, I'll get you a drink. What is it, orange and lemonade?
Hey, where have you been, Crabtree? Sucking up to Baldwin?
Oh, well, yeah, you know me. Mad about him inside. Can't take my eyes off him.
She doesn't, does she?
It's called having a sense of humour, Sally.
Oh, is that for me?
No, I'm often partial to white wine spritzer. Keeps me in touch with my feminine side.
Oh, ha-ha. Anyway, I can't stop because Amy's at my mum's, but how would you fancy taking the three of us out for the day?
Well, I thought we'd have a swift drink and then go back to my flat for, well...
Yeah, it's just that I'm not really in the mood for Twister.
Oh, look, forget it. Don't fancy playing stepdaddy all afternoon.
Oh, well, suit yourself. Have you given any more thought to the two of us going on holiday?
Can't. Snowed under at work.
Oh, well, that's a shame, because if I was to leave Amy here, well, there'd be a whole host of board games we could play. In fact, we could be at them, or it, practically 24 hours a day.
This is weird. For a second there, it was like nothing had changed. It was like a year ago, and you'd forgot your packed lunch, and I'd brought it over for you. And you'd tell me you loved me, and I'd believe you. Because I'm an idiot.
And just when it was going so well.
No packed lunch today, then? Was that a bit beneath Leanne? Expected her idea of a proper dinner's jam sandwiches.
What do you want, Frank?
I want to talk about Mike.
Penny been bending your ear?
No. Yeah. Look, don't you think it's a bit weird? I mean, have you heard from him?
No.
Well, ain't you worried?
Well...
The minute you fell in her bed, did you just stop caring? He's not well. He's abroad. No one's heard from him. He ain't answering his phone. Does that not tell you something? I don't recognise you anymore.
Yeah, that's because I keep him young, Frankie. Do you remember what it's like to be young?
Don't laugh at me, Leanne. Don't you dare. Because you know what's going to happen, don't you? One day, you're going to turn around and he'll be messing around with some other tart younger than you. And let's face it, probably someone with a bit of class. And you know what I'll be doing, don't you?
Do I really care?
I'll be laughing my head off.
You know, you should get over him, Frankie.
Oh, I am. Don't you worry about that. She is one hard-faced cow. And you know something? It's rubbing off on you, and you know I don't lie. It's not nice, Danny. Seeing you so cold.
A holiday? Where?
Does it matter where? I intend to spend the entire time in a horizontal position. That means lying down.
Yeah, resting.
Relaxing more than resting.
I tell you what, mate, you want to get yourself over to our Napa, the view from our B&B was belting.
Yeah, well, there's a lot worse views than having Tracy Barlow looking down on you.
Oh, aye, with a thumb buried deep in your forehead.
How can a bird asking me to go away with her mean I'm under a thumb?
Because it was her idea. You never mentioned to me you fancied a break.
Yeah? Only from your whinging golf mush.
Yeah, and I bet she made it sound like all your Christmases had come at once.
Excuse me? Since when did he become an expert on women?
Since the day Melinda McKenna took me behind the bike sheds in juniors. I had a smile on my face for a week.
Yeah? Well, Tracy Barlow's a cat. She knows the meaning of no strings.
She likes me, Stubbsy. She's the one pulling them. You're just a puppet, mate. I never thought I'd see the day.
Jealousy is a very unattractive quality in a bloke, Jason. And just because you've had a string of disastrous encounters with the fairer sex, it does not make you a Lothario. Makes you a loser.
Have you heard? What happened when Shelley dumped you at the altar? How did that make you look, eh?
The day you lose your heart to someone who's mentally ill, that's a day you can judge.
You were off your head, you know that?
It's not funny, Jason.
OK, I'm sorry.
You're a child, Jason.
Oh, am I now?
And I'm a man.
Who's a daddy?
Do you want me to prove it to you?
Charlie, I was having a laugh. What's up with you?
Don't waste money on expensive address books. Simply take an old telephone directory and cross out the names of all the people you don't know. What is this?
Hi. Just this, thanks.
The country's obsessed with celebrity.
Yeah, it's for Sean. He likes a torso of the week, bless him. How's Emily?
How do you think she is?
Bearing up. It's not easy. Not easy for anyone.
How's your mass murdering fancy man?
Two things, Norris. He's not a mass murderer, as far as I know, and he is not my fancy man.
Surely not calling him your partner.
No, my ex.
Oh. I knew you were fond of him. I thought he was lovely, at first.
Yeah, well, I've always had bad taste in men.
Well, you're not the only woman round here to get involved with the wrong, and believe me. Well, you don't need me to tell you that. That's 150.
Hiya. Look, I've done you special ham and cottage cheese cigars. I know how much you like them.
Right.
And some hummus on the side.
So,
It's like a picnic.
like my life.
Well, Trisha always says, if you're ever feeling low or out of sorts, it's important that you keep eating properly, so you're firing on all cylinders.
Trisha do.
Off the telly. She's had a lot of experience of mental health issues.
I'm not mentally ill, Claire.
Oh, I nearly forgot. So you definitely won't dehydrate.
Sorry, Claire, I'm just not in the mood.
For what it's worth, I think you should write to Matt Ramsden. I think we both should.
What? Saying he can have Joshua?
Stating our case. And when he's old enough, we'll show Josh that letter. Because that letter will explain everything. How much we love him, and how we're only trying to do what we think is right for him by keeping him with us and not letting Matt in.
Would you help us?
Try and stop me.
You best get them cheese and them cigars out again.
Well, I couldn't get much sense out of him. The younger model walked in, and the sight of them together in that factory, the reason I moved up here, I just had to get out.
I'm sorry.
No, I'm sorry I can't give you any answers. I've been phoning him all day myself.
Do you see how frustrating it is?
And Danny's his son.
I'm worried, Frankie. And I feel sick.
Yeah, I know the feeling. What are we going to do, eh, Penny?
I'll tell you what I'm going to do. If I haven't heard anything by the time I go to bed tonight, I'm going to go over there and I'm going to find him. And I don't care if I walk into that villa and he's right as rain without a care in the world. And I don't care if I'm making a complete and utter fool of myself. I'm going to get some answers, Frankie.
All right, girls, hang about, listen up. Stop what you're doing, nick a count. Just shout out how many you've done since lunch, all right? Jojo?
Hold on a sec.
Come on.
12.
Legs?
13.
Hales?
14.
Fuzzy felt?
10.
Blondie?
That can't be right.
Blondie?
Just shout it out, Webster. 2. But I've done more than that.
2? Lippy?
25.
In the office, Lippy.
Yeah, whatever.
I ain't a div, Janice.
Look, I know I'm gobby,
And I would take the mickey out of Sally Webster. But when your life's as boring as mine, Danny, you've got to seek your pleasures where you can.
Who do you think I am, your shrink?
A few years ago, I used to see this bloke, Dennis. He were a nice bloke. You would have really liked him. And maybe if I was still with him now, I'd be a bit less gobby. 'Cause you know what? He made me so happy. But Dennis died in a car crash. And that's why I was so scared for Oily Ann. What am I like? I can't believe I'm saying all this. So I'm sorry if I can't let it go with her. And I'm sorry that I am so damn angry with you for cutting corners. I mean, what if she'd have died? Right. Well, I'll give back Sally Webster her knickers. What about that?
Yeah, do what you want, Janice, yeah.